This is the end of the road for a former director of pensions, Mr. John Yakubu, who is challenging the decision of the Court of Appeal, which had in 2018 sentenced him to 6 years imprisonment for misappropriating the sum of 22.9 billion naira meant for police pension, as the Apex Court has affirmed the decision of the Appellate Court. In a unanimous judgment of the Supreme Court read by Justice Tijani Abubakar, the Apex Court says the appeal of the former pension director seeking to set aside the 6-year jail term against him was frivolous and devoid of merit. The court held that the former director and others engaged in fraudulent practices must be told in clear language through court judgments that it is no longer business as usual. He further held that victims of the convicted director deserved restitution, which can only be achieved through justice. The Supreme Court further held that the judgment of the Federal Capital Territory High Court, which in 2016 sentenced Yusuf to 2 years imprisonment with an option of 750,000 naira, was a slap on the wrist. Justice Abubakar further adopted the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which imposed a 6-year jail term on the former pension director and also directed him to make a refund of 22.9 billion naira to the federal government. The counsel to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission applauds the judgment, while Mr. Yakubu's counsel speaks on the refund to the federal government.
As you have to go and take pension money belonging to police officers, it's a gross offense, which the Supreme Court frowns at.
So in your words, how would you describe this judgment from the Supreme Court?
Highly commendable. Highly commendable.
All we can see in our tradition is to give thanks to the court for the industry it exhibited in reaching that conclusion.
Can he meet up with that?
Well, I'm not the one, so it is left for the court to figure out how to enforce that part of the judgment.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had arraigned Yakubu before the Federal Capital Territory High Court in 2016, where he admitted committing fraud and subsequently entered into a plea bargain with the anti-graft agency and was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment with an option of 750,000 naira fine, which he promptly paid and escaped imprisonment.